I don't like it when people boil marriage down to a catchphrase. I think marriage is a complex, ongoing negotiation. I think that's fair. I don't like it when people say things like, marriage is a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah. But aren't those both races that have an end at some point? Right? I signed on for till death. This is a kill the clock situation at best. Like, I got to play a lot of prevent defense is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't get that. It's like the sprint part, maybe I get. But the marathon part, that's not healthy. Because no matter what a marathon, I don't care if you're a marathon runner or if like you're just kind of trying it out. The second you cross the finish line of a marathon, the only thing you're thinking is, thank God that's over. I couldn't breathe the whole time. I wanted to die halfway through that. But I love love, ladies and gentlemen. I love love. Did you know there's different types of love? Did you know that? Like, I love my dog. Oh, big fat old wiener dog. Oh, I love that dog. Elderly, it's in a moving sit at this point in its life. It's kind of a drag. Looks like an old Buick LeSabre with the rear struts just messed up. You know, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio originally. That never happens, ever. I love all of my Cleveland sports teams to a fault. I'm obsessed. And I love my wife. That's what the paperwork says. I signed it. Press hard, 3 copies. I did that. You know? And I think about our wedding day a lot. I'm a romantic. You know, I'm there. I'm up at the altar. It's much like this. You know, everybody's looking at me. You know, there she is, back of the church. Doors open up. She's gorgeous, an angel. You know, she makes her way down the aisle. Her dad's there. He's giving me a look. He's got her by the arm. That look is, that's still my little girl. And I'm shooting him back a look. My look's different. It's more of, I'm going to destroy her after this. Yeah, because I'm stressed out, okay? I've only thought about this day for 1.5 years. That's all we've talked about. I need to blow off some steam, is what I'm saying. Anyway, back to love. She makes her way all the way up to the altar. And she gets this close to my face. And she whispers to me something I'm never going to forget. She says, "Why aren't you crying?" Excuse me? Why aren't you crying? I'm happy. It's the happiest day of our lives, you know. Friends, family, Jesus, we're all here, so can we talk about this any other time? Any time but now. If this was the happiest day of your life, you'd be crying. I'm starting to tear up a little bit right now. You know, from the fear in my bones and the knowledge that I'm about to sign a life contract with what I'm finding out to be an emotional dictator. Yeah. I have a flight response right now, but you're kind of in the way, you know? We fast forward a few years, and the Cleveland Cavaliers win the 2016 NBA championship, bringing my city of Cleveland its first title in 975,000 years. And I am crying my eyes out. Oh, I am losing my mind. I'm saying crazy things. I'm saying things like, this is the literal best day of my life. I will never be as happy as I am in this moment right now. Let me try and think of another time in which I might have been this happy. Nothing. Nothing comes to mind. Why bother having children? Every day forward will be a disappointment. And that's when I feel a stare right here. It's her. She's angry. She says, best day of your life? Huh? And I said, you're goddamn right it is. LeBron James averaged a triple-double through 7 games. Do you have any idea how hard that is to do? We overcame a 3-1 deficit for the first time in NBA history. Why aren't you crying? I'm from the Midwest, so I appreciate a good bargain. That's why when I travel, I only fly Spirit Airlines. That's true. That's a fact. If you haven't flown it, you got to try. Flying Spirit Airlines is just one step above shipping yourself somewhere in a box. Just one step. But come on, man. $40. Round trip. Direct flight. And all you have to do is sit on the wing? That's a good deal. It's I love them. I love Spirit Airlines. I love a business in 2019 that could care less about your opinion and just be terrible. There's something respectable about it, isn't there? They don't even have a catchphrase or anything. They don't have no logo barely. You think they care about your Yelp review? Like if they did have a slogan, it'd be like Spirit Airlines, we're the best you could do. Spirit Airlines, because buses don't fly, man. What do you want? What do you want? You get what you pay for, right? Right? Like if you went to a 5-star restaurant and your meal was terrible, you got every right to be angry. But if you go to Little Caesars and half your pizza turns out to be an ice cube, well, you knew what you were getting into. It is $5 for an entire pizza. It's been sitting under a light bulb since Tuesday. Little Caesars, we might be food. Everybody still trying to improve themselves in the new year? Did you give up already? That's a yes. That is a yes. I've changed for the better. I have walked away from watching pornography. No more. Because it hurts my wife's feelings. I'm like, I'm done. I'm out. It's bad. Pornography is like one of those things, like if you want it for sex, it should be a break glass in case of emergency thing. Not a chicken again type thing. It's like... Plus, watching pornography is one thing, but watching it in Los Angeles is a little different because after you're done watching it, there's a good chance you're going to run into the person you just watched. I know because it's happened 4 times. The last time was at a supermarket. It was weird. I was just checking out. I look up. Huh? She sees me. She goes, you know who I am, don't you? I said, honey, I've seen so much of your work that just now I thought you recognized me. Guys, are you ready?